Giga Berlin is go. First 30 vehicles have been delivered. Overnight my time, Giga Berlin was officially opened and the first 30 vehicles were delivered, and Elon Musk himself was also present. And this is quite a big milestone for Tesla, the company. They are now producing vehicles on 3 continents. They started in America. They then went to Shanghai, China, and now they've opened up in Europe with Giga Berlin. So this will help with their growth, their logistics. So getting vehicles, say they were going from Shanghai all the way to Europe, they're being made there. So there's a lot to like for later on this year, and it's going to be huge in 2023.
So, yes, exactly. So thank you for all your hard work, which has led to this great day. It was amazing to see how excited the customers were to receive their cars. It was just super good vibes. I think it bodes very well for the future of Giga Berlin Brandenburg. I think it's worth remembering that every car that we make is a step in the direction of a sustainable future. Yeah, the thing about this factory and the cars that we make is that it gives people hope about the future. And it's very important to have reasons to be excited about the future, because often people are depressed or sad about the future because they think it won't be good. But what we're doing here is, with every car we make, with every battery we make, we're making the future better.
With Elon present, he did have a few things to say, and he also answered some questions from the people that were there. And he also mentioned things like his upcoming master plan version 3. The main takeaway from what he was saying is that they're going to scale to a high volume. He was asked how many gigafactories would he need, and he said at best we would have 10 gigafactories, and it would scale up to be about 20 million vehicles per year as the best case by about 2030, which is quite a reasonable amount. If you consider 50% growth rate every year, you're going to get to 20 million. The only downside from what he was talking about and the expectations is that the first 30 vehicles, all Model Ys, have been delivered, but it's going to take a while to ramp up production. People are expecting, they'll be producing 500,000 vehicles in no time. No, I think their target is to produce up to 100,000 this year. Now, if you work out the number of days between now and the end of the year, that's over 300 cars per day, which might not sound a lot, but they've got to ramp up production. Look at how long it took Shanghai to ramp up, and it's still ramping. So I don't expect more. By the end of the year, they might be producing 1,000 a day, but it takes a while just to ramp them up. So some people are going, we're going to get Model Ys in Australia. No, you're not. Don't get overexcited. It will be 2023 by the time they get it scaled up. So maybe in 2023 they'll have 400,000 to 500,000 vehicles during that year coming off the production line at Giga Berlin.
Okay, so when is Tesla going to South America and maybe some other markets? We definitely want to go to the world. The challenge we have right now, it's a high class problem, but the orders we have are well in excess of our production. So sometimes people will say, why aren't you in all these other markets? And why don't you make all these other different versions of the product, like different cars? Like, where's the Tesla semi-truck and the Cybertruck and the Roadster and other things? But the challenge we have, it's a good challenge, is that our orders far exceed our production. So, which is a high class problem. But we need to have our production get to the point where it exceeds our current orders, and then it makes sense to expand to additional markets and to have additional products. Because if we add complexity but we don't add volume and we don't add production volume, then we've not actually done anything more. Because the good is a function of how many vehicles we're able to make. So as we are able to ramp up production and satisfy demand in our existing markets, then we will expand to other markets, and we will also add additional products.
You see, the problem at the moment is orders far exceed the production capability of all the gigafactories, and hence the wait times is going out and out. Even in China now, Model 3, 6-month wait. So it's 6 to 9 months in Australia. So don't expect a Model Y this year. Elon did mention there would be some more products coming out. But until we get to the point where production can meet the orders, not much is going to change. Another thing he did say was, obviously his big master plan is to convert the world into renewables, so get the world into EVs. Now, in order to transfer the world's fleet to EVs, we will need 300 terawatts of batteries. 300 terawatts. That's a hell of a lot. So don't expect that to happen too soon.
So we have, with respect to colors, which colors will be available from this factory? Colors are always a challenge because when you think about colors, you don't need to manufacture it, but you also need to service it and fix it for like 20 years. So it's like, man, that's well, you've got to think about, man, what are we going to put the service team through, managing all these colors. So we have to be careful with total number of colors, but we obviously are going to make some special colors here because, and it's more than just the color itself, but it's the layers of paint in order to get the dimensionality. So, so we're going to make a really special red, which I think, I don't know, probably a lot of people have seen. Yeah, kind of like that, yeah. It's like a 13 layer, 13 layers of paint. You want to have the layers give you dimensionality and give the different, it gives it makes the color look deep and complex. And then we'll also have a silver that's also, I think not as many layers, like maybe 8 or something, but it's still going to be really special. It's sort of like a kind of a liquid silver, and like a deep red, I don't know, deep complex red. So we're gonna make it, starting off with, not soon, well, in a few months, we'll make the special sort of deep dark red and sort of quicksilver, It'll be really cool. It'll be like the best color. I think they'll be the best paint on any production car that's not like made for like a show or something like that. And it's you have to design the paint shop especially for, because if you're going to do 13 layers, you've got to have 13 steps. So it's very difficult to retrofit a paint shop. You have to design it in from the beginning. And that's one of the things that, thank you.
So as you can see, I've put in a few little videos and the fly around Giga Berlin, which is looking really quite good. And in another bit of news, Giga Texas has got its final approval for GigaFest. So that's now been granted. So the GigaFest will go ahead on April the 7th. I'm not expecting an invite. Elon, if you're watching, please. Oh, well. And while you're at it, if you do send me the invite, send me the ticket as well to get across. Yeah, it's not going to happen, is it? Oh, well. So, look, the news is all good. The share price has gone up 7.5% overnight. I'm not a financial advisor, so don't take any advice from me. Do your own research, etc. But I think that as the Giga Berlin factory is now online, beginning to churn out some vehicles, Giga Texas will come online and start churning out vehicles. Once again, don't expect a miracle. It takes a while to ramp up production. So even in Texas, don't expect 500,000 vehicles this year. It's not going to happen. So in Australia, with our Model Y, which we're all waiting for, eventually we'll get it. But a lot of people are saying, oh, now Giga Berlin, Giga Texas is going to be producing Model Ys. Shanghai about to send them all here. Sorry, I doubt that will happen, because the demand for the Model Y in Europe and even the right-hand drive in England is outstripping the ability for Shanghai currently to supply Europe. And so we ain't going to get any until that has been sorted. So I originally was saying by the end of the year, I don't think we're going to get Model Ys delivered into Australia until Q1 2023, which is a bit upsetting, but I think that that's going to be the case. If you think I'm wrong, make a comment down below and tell me what an idiot I am. But really, looking at the figures and the wait people are having to endure to get their vehicle, it's going to be a while.
Well, best case scenario, I suppose 10. I think it's aggressive, but not impossible that we could do 20 million cars in 10 years. So, and that would be a good number, because there's 2 billion cars and trucks in the world that are in active use. So 20 million would be then 1% of global the global fleet per year. Yeah. All right. Thanks again, guys. Love you.
Just to finish, I'm going to put up the video of the drone flying around Giga Berlin. I've seen this quite a few times. I don't know if it's owned by Tesla or somebody else. Part of some of the other videos I've seen have shown Elon as he was delivering the first Model Y. He was doing his famous little dance, and he was doing it to a very small drone. So I don't know if that's owned by Tesla and this footage is Tesla, or if it belongs to somebody else. If they would like to let me know, I would love to give them the credit. I'm assuming it's Tesla, but who knows? Thanks very much. Look forward to seeing you again.